Hi, welcome to my channel, Trudy's Ordinary Kenyan Life, where I share aspects of my everyday ordinary life as it is for me here in Kenya. Now, I've lived in Kenya since 2004. I'm American and my husband is Kenyan. I decided to make this channel so that you could see what it looks like for my ordinary life. When I say so that you could see, I mean for my friends and family, so that they could see what my life was like here in Kenya. Now, I've had people ask me all the time, what's it like living in Kenya? Have I had people come and visit? Yes. But when I moved here in 2004, I had both sets of grandparents. I had my mom and my dad, and it was always easier for my son and I to go back to the States once or twice a year and spend time with my family there. And yes, of course, sometimes my husband came also, but sometimes work would call and he wouldn't be able to make it. But my son and I did get to enjoy that time with my family. Since then, things have changed. Family structure is no longer the same. So people are older. People still have their lives. They still have work commitments or other commitments, and they can't just pick up and travel on a whim. So I've decided to share my life so that they can see it. And you, if you're interested, if you like the channel, if you choose to subscribe, you can see what my life is like here also. Today, I am opening packages that I have received. Kenya has really changed in that area because when I first moved here, there were no importation services, but now there are. So I can shop at all the sites, just like I would if I were in the States. So as I open some packages, I would like to talk to you about my life here and just give you some of the wonderfulness of what Kenya is to me. As I said, it's my ordinary life, what I like, and what I like, maybe other people won't. It's a beautiful day outside. I hope you'll be able to hear me. There's wind. I'm kind of sort of in a shadow, I think, but you can see it's very, very lovely today. I hope where you are, the weather is also nice. I know it's getting to be November. It's getting to be November. It is November. So in some areas of the country where I come from, especially, it's starting to get cold as we go towards Turkey Day. But let me start with some of these packages. I've always loved shopping, always. And with there being services now for you to just shop online and have things set in, it's so much easier for me. I don't have to just stick everything in my suitcase. When I am traveling and coming back, we get 2 suitcases. They're 32 kgs, which is 70 pounds. And that's just not enough. It's not enough for a year. It's not enough for 6 months. So I remove my water as we get started on some of these things. It's, as I said before, coming on to November. So I don't want to miss any of the sales. I don't want to miss things that I would order at one time that I used to get, and I could only get it when I went home, or then or whatever I brought back in my suitcase. There are 2 good services that I use. One more so that I like more so than the other. One I do by, they charge you by the pound. Another one they charge by the kilo. I love the one that charges by the kilo because they are very, very good. But sometimes I have the small things that are coming in. The one that charges by the kilo, though, they will hold on to your things. It has to be at least 1 kg, but they'll hold on to your things and then they'll compile everything together. They don't open your packages. They just, as they are shipped to them, they are then shipped to me here in Kenya. So I like that because I get that, when something comes in the mail, you just want to open it and you get that really, really good feeling. So these are just things that I like that make my life easier here. And they might be some of the things that you enjoy from wherever you're watching. But that Gotta have that for your teeth. I mean, gotta have fresh breath, gotta take care of your dental or your oral hygiene. And I ordered these things a while ago. Potassium, have to have that. As I was saying before, now once I open these things, I'm going to put them over here, and then I'm going to put the paper here. As I was saying before, when I first moved to Kenya, I had my both sets of grandparents, and I no longer have them. That is something that people, perhaps you don't think about when you are deciding to move to another country for whatever reason, because you will have family back in the States, and time passes. And as time passes, you miss out on family occasions, but you do have a time when your loved ones will no longer be there. And that is what has happened to me. Speaking of what has happened to me, I remember when I was a kid, and they used to do that Geritol commercial. Now it's time to get yourself Geritol, Geritol. Now I'm taking Geritol, which is good, good iron, good for the hair, good for several different reasons. But as I was saying before, you have people who pass away. I have since lost both of my grandparents, both sets of grandparents, and unfortunately, one of my parents, which is my mother. I still have my dad, which I'm very, very thankful for. But that is a hard situation that I watch YouTube and I watch different channels, and people have moved to different countries. And I haven't, if it's talked about, I have not come across a channel that talks about that. So I'm going to be touching more on that in the future videos, but that's something difficult that I've had to deal with. So as I stated before, this is hard, these things. As I stated before, Kenya has changed. There are good things about Kenya, and I know everybody has seen those videos of people living in not, let's say, dire conditions. That is not my reality. That is, thank God, not how I live. So I'm very, very happy to show you what I consider normal, the other side of the coin, a normal life here. And normal for me means, one of the things means shopping. So when I like to have products, or when I want products that I like, sometimes they're here, sometimes they are not. This is not United States, it's Kenya. But the beauty is I can get different products that I like here. One of the things I like is this, and they have it here. I think they have this here. I know they have Neutrogena products here, but they are very, very expensive, and it works out better for me to just go ahead and purchase what I want. I'm assured of the quality, and it costs a little bit less. So I scroll YouTube like everyone else. I'm aware of some of the trends, and I like what I like, and I like to participate in some of them. This is one of my items for my self-care day. I'm gonna do a self-care day with you. I believe in taking care of myself as much as possible. So these are some of the items that I need and that I like, and that they help to make my life a little bit better. These are heavy items. I used to love Bath and Body Works, and I know Bath and Body Works is very, very popular, even extremely more so now. But when I moved here in 2004, I could only take so many things in my luggage, and getting a bunch of Bath and Body products here was not feasible. Yes, perhaps you could bring one extra suitcase, but that cost, and it cost also in weight. So now with these mail services that they have, I am able to use these. And I use these all year round. These are the only ones, the only hand soap that I use now is Bath and Body Works. That's one of the things I decided as I was getting older. I think people have to be good to yourself, and in whatever way constitutes making your life better. And for me, I love to use these. One of the things I like is that we're in a different season. So it's becoming our summer as it's becoming your winter. And then I get to get the wonderful summer scents. And I also order some of the seasonal fall scents. But I get to get those for a discounted price because I'm on like a different side of the season spectrum, let's say. So I enjoy getting these products. And if you live in Kenya, I urge you to check out some of the mail services that are available. There are now stores here also that sell some of these, a lot of American products, so that you are not so that you don't feel like you miss out on things. When I first moved here, I used to feel that I was missing out on different things. Well, I love my life here. There were just things that I was so used to, or that were just normal. It's normal to go to Bath and Body Works. It's not so normal here. There's not a Bath and Body Works. There is a, what is the other one? The Body Works shop. There's a Body Works, but there's no Bath and Body Works. And there are stores that do sell, that have some of these items, but they may not have what you want, and they are expensive. Why settle for something that's kind of, when you can have something that you actually like? For me, shopping online is very, very easy, and I love it. I think you are going to be able to tell as you come to know me that I wouldn't say shopaholic, but I do like to shop a lot. So one of the things we'll also explore is with my life, just sometimes my ordinary routines, the things that I do. I have a husband of over 30 years. I have my son, and he lives on his own. And I will probably not share. I won't, because they didn't sign up to do YouTube. I did. I won't be sharing pictures of them, but I will be telling you things about them, or if I do something with them, you might hear them, but you probably will not see them. Oh, forgot one. Now guys, I'm also getting into preparing for Thanksgiving, preparing for Christmas. I plan to make a video so that I can show you how we do Thanksgiving in Nairobi, how we do Christmas in Nairobi. And as I said before, just my everyday life here, which is the same, I think, where anyone lives. Different, yes. But to me, different does not mean bad or good. It just means different. So let's get these packages opened and see what we've got. This I cannot be without. I love, 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 love this, and I need it because this is just good for your urinary tract health. And I'm sure people have a regime for your multivitamins or whatever that you feel that you need to take. And this I can't do without. As a matter of fact, my table is going to get really full here. As a matter of fact, I also have, so the service that I use, there's one service that I use, and they will take out the things out of the box and they will group it all together, which does help because it makes the weight less. You're not paying for the shipping for the boxes. So they have done that with these two items, and can't be without this. Definitely can't be without this. I don't know why that is like that, but you can't. I cannot be without these. These are wonderful. I urge you to take them every day. Great for your hair, great for the skin. I definitely need them. You can get everything. Another item. I'm also aware you can get this here in Kenya, but I got this on the sale, the Prime sale that they were doing. What's it called? Prime Day sales? I purchased this, picked it up. I think it was like, was it half price? Anyway, there are good sales. You don't want to miss them. I don't want to miss them. So I do my shopping when I can, where I can. I know I'm going on and on about those services, but I love them. I'm not going to recommend a service to you, but I encourage you to find one that does work for you. Now let's see what we've got here. Oh my, I don't even know what this is. The turnaround time from the time that you order until you get your items, normally it's about 2 weeks for some of them. I've had things come in, I don't know, as little as 9 days, as long as 2 weeks, or almost 3 weeks, depending upon what it is. And then there are services that can also ship bigger things. Now these, they came a little squashed, but they also came in this package, which is good because it cuts down on the shipping cost. So the amount that you pay, if you're paying per pound, it's a lot. It's normally $15. I think I have a service that I think it's $10 per pound. The other service I use is $15 per kg, which is 2.2 pounds. So it's up to you to decide how you're going to ship, what you're going to ship. Crystal Light, love it. These are all aspects and things that make my life here in Nairobi more enjoyable, and that make me feel like I'm not missing out on anything. I've got a piece of some things that I like. Are there things that I like here? Absolutely. There's lots of stuff in Nairobi. So I guess it would just be me wanting to have the best of both worlds. Now, I need to get these things opened up because after this, I need to go grocery shopping. And tonight is family movie night for us. So my son will be coming over and we will have dinner together and we will enjoy a movie together as a family. I love that part of our life. That's a tradition that I actually got from my grandmother. She used to do that all the time with her daughter, my auntie. Every Tuesday night, they would come to her house, and every Thursday night she would go to their house. Now I lived with my grandparents for about 5 years after my parents were divorced, and that tradition became a part of tradition for me also. And it's something that I'm happy that I've managed to incorporate in my life here, in our family life. So for my husband and I, we've been able to combine two cultures and make our own traditions. Now these, my husband loves these. These are for him. And that sounds funny because everything that I've done so far, I can say one thing is for someone else. No, there's the Amazon Fire stick. That's for us. Well, these are for us too, aren't they? This is for the house. So it's not everything that's for me, but those my husband loves. And I'm so happy that we can get them. As I was saying about traditions, one of the things that I have enjoyed living in Kenya, my husband and I, we met in university, and this is for my hubby. He loves this gum. He really, really loves this gum. And we have Orbit here, but it does not taste the same. Now these are getting harder and harder to find also, but I do get them from Walmart. I'm able to get them. So how many is that? 2 for him and the rest for me. A couple of things for me, the rest for the household. I hope that this is not too much noise with all this paper that's going back and forth. Where was I? I was talking about traditions. cultures. We've been married for over 30 years. So we lived in the States, and then 2004 moved to Kenya. So we've been able to combine our traditions that we had in the States, that we created together as a little nuclear family in the States. And then when we moved here, we were able to bring some of those traditions and get some new traditions from living in Kenya. So if you're thinking about moving to another country, look at your options. Or if you are married and you are going to move to either spouse's country, look at the country, visit, think about what you can give up and what you will gain. It's a give and take. I have found living in Kenya is a give and take. One of the things that's hard, if you choose to live outside of your country of birth, the occasions that you miss out on, the births, the weddings, the birthdays, the parties, you are going to miss out on all of that because you may not be able to constantly travel back and forth. It's not that feasible for you to be able to do that. And you have to be willing, I think, and open to different traditions, a different way of life. I think I've been able to do that for the most part, but like anything, it can be challenging. But I think you have to have an open mind. And as I said, different does not mean good or bad. It just means different. One of the things that I'm happy to be able to do is to get some of these. I look like a chocoholic, but or someone who really likes candy. This year, I ordered in time so that I could get some of the things that make up Christmas for me, or what did make up aspects of Christmas for me, with some of the Christmas chocolates. Now, do they have chocolate in Kenya? Yes, they do. And it is good. You find it's good, and some bad, let's say, because that may not suit my palate like any place that you would find. But there are some things that I prefer. So I am so happy to be able to have Reese's and to get Hershey's Kisses. You don't feel like, for me, that I'm missing out on something as I enjoy where I am, which I think is so, so important. I remember a couple of years ago, it was really, really popular. They had the signs that said, grow where you're planted, enjoy the journey. When I can get things from back home that I can incorporate here in the traditions that we have, or in my life here, it helps me to feel like I'm adding something to my life. I'm not missing out on things, and I am enjoying where I am as I incorporate these things into our celebrations. And this is going to be really, really great stocking stuffers for Christmas. So I'm very, very happy. And it's not just for my husband and son, it's for other people also, that, I can keep some of those things that we can do. Christmas is not as big here, I don't feel, as it is in the States. So I think I'm going to have to utilize my scissors for this. Oh, and this is, I didn't take off. Oh, yeah. Okay, gloves. Gotta have these just for your cooking. And I will do some cooking videos. One of the things I love, I have they call it a shamba, but I have a garden here at my house. And there's also a garden at the farm where I get most of my fresh vegetables and some fruits like papaya. There's some dragon fruit. There is avocados, which I do not like. I do not like avocados at all. I can't stand them. I know, don't come for me, please. My husband loves them. So we also get fresh avocados here at home. I have bananas, plantains that are grown right here. I love that aspect of my life. I love the fresh fruits, the fresh vegetables. I know where my fruits and vegetables are coming from, and that gives me peace of mind. I do enjoy that. As I said, and I will keep saying, you grow where you are planted or where you choose to plant yourself, and there are different aspects of where you're going to live that may be positive or negative for you. Okay, there we go. Ooh, these guys are going to be so surprised this year. I have really gotten ahead of the ball by ordering these things. Today is November, it's like November 19th. I don't know the exact day. November 19th. And I've been able to start getting things in so that I can make wonderful Christmas stockings and just to have that festive feel, what I call that. These are all parts of things that were part of my childhood. And for my son, we lived 9 years in the States before when he was 9, we moved here to Kenya. So I always do it. I always base that upon how old he was then. This is another one. Let me do this. Everyone has been talking about this. So I really wanted to, I got the lotion. I have the lotion. I wanted to try the oil. So I don't follow a lot of trends. I don't do Facebook. But there are some things I love, self-care, and I love body care, and I'm going to share that with you, some aspects of that with you, and I'm really happy to get this. Can't wait to use it. It is sealed, so I don't know. I really don't want to unseal it now, but I have the lotion, so I know how that smells. And there's actually a store here that does American imports that has the lotion also that one can get. Once again, so this service that I use, they will unpackage things. Ooh, they unpackage them and they put them, but that one was not done well if you're the kind of person that it matters about packaging. Once again, self-care. Self-care is important. No matter where you are, no matter what age you are, self-care is always important. I have been waiting for this. Another package that was unpackaged. So guys, this is my first video. I hope that you have, I hope that you've enjoyed the video. I hope you will like it. I hope you will subscribe. I hope you will come back for more. I look forward to making videos that will give you a glimpse, especially if you're thinking of moving to another country or if you're thinking of moving to Kenya. I look forward to being able to share aspects of my life that can show you how my normal everyday life is and the positive side. There's lots of negatives to wherever you live. There's no such thing, I don't think, as this utopia, this perfect utopia of where you live, where people live. But life will be what you make it. And if I can help someone as they make the decision to leave the United States and where they're going to live, if I can influence them in a positive way, if I can show Kenya in a positive light, there's good, there's bad, then I will be very happy to be able to do that. I hope, as I said, that you come along with me, that you enjoy what I'm going to present to you, and that you come back. You guys have a nice day. Thanks for watching my video. I hope that you've enjoyed the video today. I hope you like, I hope you subscribe, I hope you come back as I share aspects of my ordinary life in Kenya. Trudy's Everyday Ordinary Life.